Well, I wanted to ask you too about equipment because a lot of people watching, like I've done a series on dictation on the Author Level Up channel, and I have a video on equipment. But could you talk about some of the equipment that you would recommend to somebody who is maybe just getting started?
Yeah, it's really hard to say. I mean, I think there are a lot of ways to trial the software, and there are a couple different websites. There are, little trials on your phone, that sort of thing. If you end up liking those and they end up working for you to get a couple paragraphs, and you're like, okay, I could see this working, then I would upgrade to just the Dragon software. And I know, I've actually, of course, I've seen your videos on this, and you agree with that. Like
Yeah.
you can't do this professionally without the Dragon software. The
Amen.
Dragon, yeah. So the software is pretty affordable. It is a couple $100s. I would also get a podcasting mic, and basically the setups that we both have. Get the podcast mic. Mine is a Audio Technica 2020, so AT 2020. Yours looks like a Yeti.
Yep. Blue Yeti.
Yep.
Yep.
So those two are the ones that I recommend. They're like the most recommended podcast mics on the internet right now.
Yeah.
And then get a pop screen, which is like what you have as well. Like we basically have the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely important because like I always like to ask that because like I've gotten questions from people who say, oh well, I don't have the money to fork out for a podcast mic, or what
Sure.
mic do you use? And it's different for every single person because like that's one of the nice parts about Dragon is that it adapts to whoever's doing the speaking.
Right.
So I love that you answered the question because like it's nice that people can kind of see different people's setups and kind of
Yeah,
how it
definitely.
works.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing is, one of the things I really like about Dragon Anywhere, which is the phone app, it's on Android and iOS, and you could just start for $15 a month. So if you feel like, okay, the desktop version is just, it's just out of my price range, it's too big of an investment for me right now, you could actually just get Dragon Anywhere and use your phone. You probably already have a smartphone. Use your phone, do $15 a month, and yeah, there's a subscription, which is kind of annoying, but it's a good way to just try it out and get started and get acclimated to it. So I would also recommend that as well.
Well, yeah, and it's also a question of, well, what's having that convenience and that mobility worth to you, right? Because how many words can you write that you wouldn't have written otherwise, and how valuable is that?
Exactly. And to me, if you're trying to build a business, I mean, to me, $15 a month is like, oh my gosh, I pay like way more than that per month. If I'm
Exactly.
if I'm getting an extra like 1,000 words a day or something, like, yeah, I pay way more than that. So I have both. I think you could get away with one or the other professionally, but having both is also nice and convenient.